Hey everybody, it's Dalton. I'm out here in my garage getting ready to go fishing tomorrow, hooking up some baits to do some summertime bass fishing. Let's talk about summertime bass fishing. Fishing when the weather is hot. A couple days ago, my wife were out fishing and it got up to about 100 degrees. When you're in a boat, you've got it from the sky and the water, it feels a lot hotter. Summertime fishing can be pretty tough, so there's a couple of things that I look for. But first of all, let me go over a bait with you. The bait that I oftentimes like to use in summertime is a drop shot. Okay, this is a Palomar knot tied onto this hook. This is a size 1 Trokar. And then I tie an 1/8 ounce weight. You can use different weights. I'm using an 1/8 ounce weight. I usually put about 1.5 feet to 2 feet on my leader. Now you can run all kinds of plastics. You know, I've talked to you about the Yum Sharpshooter. It's a great bait. But another one that's really good are these Zoom finesse worms. Zoom finesse worms have a lot of action. And what I like to do is take that number 1 Trokar drop shot hook, and I like to go right through the head of the hook like this. And that's what it looks like. Really simple. Just a simple drop shot bait. You just throw it out there and work it back. We were fishing a shallow water flat. And I've talked to you about flats before. A flat is where you have land coming into the water that's relatively flat and it runs out into the water. And my wife in that flat with a drop shot caught a nice 3.5 pound spotted bass.
I could tell. Yeah, he's nice.
There you go. Yeah, hold it there.
Look at this guy. Very nice. Gave me a fight. Okay, 3.5 pounds. Very nice one for a Sunday. And he gets a big kiss. Then he gets to go back and get bigger.
So fishing flats in the summertime can be really productive. Top waters, crankbaits, spinner baits, all types of finesse baits. It just depends on what kind of conditions you're running into. If you notice the condition on that last video, it was early in the morning. There was no fog, no cloud cover, virtually no wind. It's like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning and it already feels like noon. It's already hot. So we slowed it down and we just threw the drop shot. My wife got that nice bass. So flats are one thing. The other thing that I like to fish a lot in the summertime are docks. I love to fish docks. I will take a drop shot like this and I will just simply pitch it or cast it around a dock, and I love to work the areas around docks. Now there's 2 types of docks. You have docks that are in shallow water and you have docks that are in deeper water. And both of those docks will produce bass.
Might be catfish.
That's a largemouth. Little one, but he's a largemouth.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about the largemouth is they hang out in shaded areas. It's not a very big one, but he was right in shade, and it's hot out here today. So I'm gonna ask my wife to give this bass a kiss. Then I'm gonna give this bass a kiss. Then I'm gonna give my wife a kiss. We're gonna knock each other out with the bills of our hats. Thanks for biting, buddy. You're not big, but I love you anyway. Now the thing about a dock, if you think about it, it's 100-degree weather. What do you want to do? You want to either get in some type of air conditioning, you want to find some kind of shade, you want to do something to give yourself relief. Well, I don't think the bass are all that different. So I came across a group of docks that were relatively deep, anywhere from 20, 30, 40 foot of water. I was throwing a drop shot out there as well as some other soft plastic baits, and I was catching bass in a lot deeper water because of that heat. Well, due to the heat out here and it's hot, we're going to be wrapping it up here in a little bit, but we're going to try to catch a few more. These bass have gone deep out in these deeper docks, and we're having to be real patient, but there's a lot of bait under us. We'll get him. Not very big, but he's a bass. You know, bass fishing in the summertime, sometimes you got to take what you get. As a bass fisherman, I can tell you right now, I don't always catch big bass every time I go fishing. But in the summertime, I do land some pretty good sized bass. It didn't happen a couple of days ago, but it's happened over the last 2 or 3 weeks where I've gotten some nice 3, 4, 4.5 pound bass out at the lake. So summertime can be a good time to catch them. I hope you learned something from this video. I'm a year-round fisherman. If it's hot, I'm going fishing. If it's cold, if it's raining, the only time I don't go fishing is if it's not safe. Well, I hope this video helps you. Have a good day. Talk to you soon.
Not bad at all.
We're out here, there's a ton of bait fish, and we're using a drop shot to try to distinguish ourselves from the bait fish that are on the bottom because they're way up high, and they've been short striking us like crazy, but I finally got one hooked here, and it's hot out here.